Welcome back to Digi Bros.
What's up?
I'm about to go fight a hard-ass fucking
another one of my
boss.
favorite fights.
This is
cool.
Maria the Virgin Witch.
The Virgin Witch. Oh, man. No, she's dead.
She's chilling. Oh, she's dead. I just thought she was chilling.
She's covered in blood.
Whoa, she's cool. She's hot.
She's ultimate Bloodborne waifu.
Oh, shit.
Should be left well alone. She's foreshadowing. She's not talking about her own corpse.
What corpse is she talking about?
No spoilers, man. We'll get
The
to
old
it.
man?
No.
Oh.
What? Oh, shit.
That fucking clang, though.
Fucking cool. A bad bitch.
This game is a masterpiece.
Yes.
You know, I've sampled all the new anime. And,
Shit. Did that wrong.
I feel like anime is in a state right now where it cannot impress me, even when it's good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying there's no good anime on right now, because there's some stuff that, like the Rakugo show is fucking solid. You watched it.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
But it's not, like, impressive, like art-wise.
Yeah.
You know, like, it could have... It is good, by any definition, and it was my favorite show of the season so far. Like, there's only, like, 3 shows that I'm, like, really looking forward to. That one, Haruchika, and,
I'm sucking shit right now.
Babuki Buranki, which you should check out. It's pretty cool. I think you might like it, even though it's all CG.
Why are you shooting me so much, you bitch?
But, like, I feel like, I guess One Punch Man was really impressive in terms of, like, visuals.
After One Punch Man, I feel pretty, like I don't need a bunch of flashy animation for a while, because nothing's going to be better than it, so just, like, you know what, don't care about animation for a while.
But, like, as flashy as the animation in One Punch Man is, like, I don't think an anime has really impressed me since, like, Kill La Kill and Space Dandy. Like, in terms of being anime and being, like, power of anime type thing, you know? Like, I like... Whoa, what the fuck was that sound?
That's my phone.
Oh. Like, I like Shirobako more than those shows, right? And, and even Hunter x Hunter. And I'd say that those shows are both, like, really impressive as like, you know, as being just amazing shows. But, like, the way that, like, Kill La Kill in particular, like, everything in the show matters and is good. Like, every aspect of it is good. The setting is amazing. The artwork is amazing. The character designs are amazing.
Shit, no, I dodged.
The soundtrack's amazing. The sound design is amazing. Just like, you know, there's nothing in there that's less than stellar. And, like, when I watch, like, all the shit that's coming out right now, there's nothing that's like that. You know, like, the Rakugo show has a really solid writing, solid voice acting, and, like, the animation is passable, you know, but it's not impressive by any stretch. It's, like, it's the best Dean can do, and Dean can't really go that high, you know.
They're trying their best.
I mean, I will defend Studio Dean. They have done plenty of shows that I like, but they have never been, like, impressive, you know? Like, Simone or fucking... I don't know, like, the best they've ever looked is probably... Yeah, they did Simone. They did Higurashi, which visually is completely unimpressive.
Yes.
I mean, Season 2 was, like, alright to look at, but Season 1 was a fucking nightmare.
Fuck. God, this boss is fucking rad!
And they did Ranma, but that was in the 90s. Like, their 90s output was a lot better looking. Angel's Egg, I think, was Dean. That's, like, early fucking Dean.
Oh, shit. Oh, man of Harry's.
Yeah, but you only have like a couple hits left.
Yeah, but this is the real hard part.
Oh!
Yes!
One try!
That was one of the most honest fights I've had with her. Because, basically, in my prime, but the first time I tried this fight, I literally did it like 80 fucking times, and I didn't have enough health to get through the fucking fight. And so I could get down to that final form without getting hit. And then, like, that's how I memorized all of her attacks really well. And so, like, I found out later, when I got more health, it was a lot easier. And then I got really, really, really good at parrying it, and so I could beat it in just, like, a couple minutes.
Right.
And so, like, I beat it for Donson on his shit build by parrying it a bunch. And so, like, you know, I don't have a hard time with it anymore, whereas it was the hardest fucking fight when I didn't have any health. That was a decent, pretty honest fight with it, where I didn't parry it every fucking 5 seconds. Because you can literally parry her, dash up, hit her 5 times, parry her immediately again, because she'll keep using, like, the same kind of attacks. Oh man, we're going to, the Shadow of Innsmouth.
I'm just, like, I'm amazed by how you, like how much trouble you had on Ludwig.
That's why I was mad I had so much trouble on Ludwig.
Just fucking wrecked Maria.
Maria's not that bad. Because you can parry her, you can't parry Ludwig. I have much easier time on the parryable bosses with this specific build.
Man, that was impressive. I gotta hand it to you. I hope our fans are impressed.
They won't be. Do you see how many vials I use? That was fucked, man.
Yeah, but you only took one try.
And I use all my bullets just missing over and over again.
Yeah, whatever.
Shit play. Nothing's good enough.
Anything that isn't death is really impressive to me.
What was this text I got?
Were we talking about something?
Were we? I don't know.
Current anime not being impressive. I think that's what I was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like it's there's nothing that's out now that like everything about it is like tight and solid and like feels like it's using the medium to its full potential, you know? Like this is a game right here where everything is impressive about it.
Yeah.
You know, the mechanics are fucking ironclad polished. The story's really interesting. The design is interesting. The sound design is fucking beautiful, you know? Just how cool was it when, like, Lady Maria, fucking incredible design. She's super cool. Her arena is super cool.
Every attack she uses looks amazing.
She was sitting in this badass chair. She got up, like, in this cool-ass room with this giant clock tower behind her. It looks fucking rad. She has a cool-ass weapon. She took it apart. The sound effect when she took it apart was fucking awesome. It was like, let's fuck shit up. And you're just like, oh my god. Everything was perfect. And, like, there's a lot of games coming out right now, I feel like, where everything is perfect. There's no anime coming out like this. There's just nothing, you know? Maybe if we count OVAs, like, maybe, like, Gundam Thunderbolt is, you know, pretty impressive to look at. I feel like
One Punch Man was pretty just, like, on point.
But that was last season, so...
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm talking about, like, right now.
I just thought you just meant in general.
And, I mean, One Punch Man, if you took it in turn with 2015, was a complete anomaly. Like, if you looked at... I feel like if you looked at 2013 or 2014, there was a lot more, like, high-quality shit still coming out. You know, like, we had Kill La Kill, and we had Space Dandy, and we had... You know, the last part of Hunter x Hunter, which was had some pretty fucking impressive episodes.
Like, timeless classics.
We had fucking Ping Pong, which, you know, most of it looks like complete shit, but, like, a lot of
stylish, you know?
Yeah. And, like...
stylistic shit.
Like, 2015, we had, like, in terms of, like, impressive visuals, we had One Punch Man. You know, like, we had nothing else that was nearly as impressive as One Punch Man.
What about Monster Musume, man?
The show was not ugly. It was
some animation.
A really good-looking show, actually.
It looked like it had a fuckload of, like, Sakuga clips from it.
Just from the last episode.
I see.
It was, like, the last episode, they just, like, they threw...
I know, it was just from that episode.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of Sakuga, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know this show was, like, legit.
No, it is pretty legit all the way through. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's, like, beautiful or anything, but, like, it's alright. it's even the Sakuga's nowhere near the quality of One Punch Man though. It's an otherworldly effort beyond all logic and reason.
You gotta see the last episode of One Punch Man. It's really just like was just the best fight, and now there's not gonna be a better fight for a really long time.
Like, I know it's the winter season right now, and it's sort of an off season. But the funny thing is, okay, like here's what makes me talk about this, and I'm gonna bring this up on a podcast I'm gonna do about all the current shows anyway, so people might already have heard me talk about this. But like, there's that show Erased. Boku Dake Gai Nainmachi, and I watched episode 2 of it because it's the show everyone's talking about, and I'm going to do a podcast with my friends about it.
Oh, shit.
And episode 2 was a lot better than episode 1.
Okay.
I still don't like it, but it was better than episode 1. But people keep talking about, like, the shot compositions and how great the shot compositions are. And they are solid. Like, the director, it's funny, because the director did Sword Art Online.
Oh.
Which is not an ugly show, but it's very boring. But I mean, I'm willing to blame a lot of that on the script and the fact that it constantly went for the ass shot as often as it possibly could, and that most of it was set in fucking cafes. But like, the director he worked with Mamoru Hosoda on The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and he was like the assistant director on Girl Who Leapt Through Time and Summer Wars. He's done other stuff that's like pretty visually interesting, and like people keep pointing out like the shot compositions in Boku Dake, and like they're good shot compositions, but they're not to me in service of anything. Like, they are good shot compositions, but they don't make me feel anything about the show.
Yeah.
Because the show itself is not like thematically interesting. That could just be me. I mean, I've seen other people reading a lot deeper into it, and like
no.
I've seen other people who are getting a lot more out of it, but like, to me, all of it just seems very like basic.
Yeah.
And like, there's no like shots that have made me think about something other than what's happening in the scene.
Yeah.
Like, there's a part where like this dude Kevin, who writes for ANN, and he's like a big Sakuga writer and shit. Like, was pointing out all these shot compositions. He's like, oh, look at this shot where he like goes into the classroom and there's so much detail and it looks so good. And I'm like, yeah, it does, but like, what does it make me feel that it's a good looking shot in an anime? Like, I don't, it's not the same as like a shot in Kill La Kill where there's like a visceral emotion that I would feel, you know, like almost every shot.
Oh, bitch. Hell of a finishing move.
Yeah.
We beat him, because I'm stronger now.
We've got through 2 fucking hard bosses in one episode.
We came back and redeemed thyself.
Yes. But yeah.
Oh, now we get a cool
I don't know.
moment.
Like, I feel like I'm waiting for another anime to come along that's like, this is the power of anime type show.
Bertha Dirtha has earned her crown.
And maybe it's unfair because I haven't finished One Punch Man, but the fact that One Punch Man's an adaptation makes it like harder for me to feel like it's indicative of like
that's the wrong way.
Anime, Yeah. I just want to see more like great original shows, and like the more I look back at the past and see stuff like Evangelion, which is almost unfair because it's fucking.
You didn't finish
ridiculous.
One Punch Man, right?
No.
Just sit down and watch it. It's not that long.
Yeah.
You might feel like, anime at the end, Conrad, because it's.
I mean, maybe
it's pretty dope.
I felt.
I don't think it was the greatest thing of all time, but I mean, you feel like,
The episodes I watched were episodes 1 and 3, and when I watched episode 1, I felt pretty and when I watched episode 3, I felt like okay.
I mean, it can't be the greatest thing ever all the time,
right?
But it's a fun little show. And you sit down and you watch it and you go, that was fun. You just don't feel any negativity out of it, You're just like, that was cool. And it's pretty, like, unanimously liked, There's nothing to dislike about One Punch Man, and it gives you a hell of a visual feast.
Yeah.
You're like, man, that looks great.
I do owe it to myself. There's been a lot of people who there's a lot of people who are mad at me, not just because I'm covering the Asterisk War, but because I'm covering it instead of One Punch Man.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, Out of all the things that aired last season, the only thing I watched was the asterisk.
You're so backwards, man. Even though I don't know what you would say about One Punch Man, you know?
Well, yeah, I have thought about doing it, like a fight scene analysis.
This is the Vile Blood Queen, who that man was protecting. And we're gonna have some fun with this. And I'll show you what that means. You can keep talking about whatever.
Yeah, I'm just, like, the problem with wearing these sunglasses is that while my eyes actually feel great, my nose, because these are $5 cheap-ass fucking sunglasses,
you're not meant to wear them that long,
digging into my nose. But it's actually not as bad as if my eyes hurt, so that's fine. What was I talking about? I want to do a fight analysis of One Punch Man, like, or just a video about fight scenes in general, because I've come to realize that badly directed fights are my trigger. And One Punch Man is the greatest fights ever in history. So I kind of want to use it as like a lens to break down why I hate anime fights so much. Because I don't feel like I feel like it's criminally underappreciated what makes stuff like the One Punch Man fights good.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows that they're good, but, like, most people will praise, like, practically any fight as long as it fucking moves.
You could probably break them down pretty well.
Right.
Oh, man, and just the last episode, it's just like, wow, I need to watch this several times.
Like, okay, for instance, and this is even people I know, even people who I know are, like anime fans who are critical, who, like, know shit about shit, liked the opening fights in Grimgar. Did you watch Grimgar at all? The fucking garbage-ass A1 show with the pastel colors. It's like trapped in a game, die in the game, die for real show.
Is it from this season?
Yeah, this season.
Then I did not watch it. I think I, glossed over it.
The Grimgar show is fucking terrible, and also, oddly enough, pretentious. Because it definitely tries to look like it's something, like, more unique than it is. But, like, it's fucking terrible. But it has this big opening fight scene, and people are saying, like...
They made it look unique just for you, Conrad. Your criticism of them.
People were saying, even critical people were like, oh, but the animation in that opening fight scene. And I'm like... Or the fight directing and stuff like that. And, like, the opening fight scene's fucking awful. And the reason is that you can't tell where everything is in relationship to each other, as is the problem with almost every anime fight scene. Because, and One Punch Man understands this, if you want to make a good fight scene, here's the number one thing I want to see. Fucking legs. Legs. Show me where they're fucking standing in relationship to one another.
Beautiful.
Because what so much anime does is it'll show you a character who's cut off at the top of their legs, and then stuff is running to them from the foreground and background, but you can't tell the distance. You can't tell how far the stuff they're fighting is from them, because you can't see the distance between them and the enemies, because... there's no fucking horizon. You can't see their legs. You can't see where they are in relationship to one another. And it just looks like a bunch of objects flying around the screen, It's fucking obnoxious, and I hate it. And then there's the ones where they have the fucking camera spin around the enemies while they're fucking fighting. That shit pisses me off. And then there's, in Grimgar, it also has the issue where, like, the characters kind of just look superimposed onto the background. Like, they don't look like they're in the background, They look like they were drawn on top of it, which, I mean, of course they were, because that's how animation works. But, like, in One Punch Man, there's almost always, near the start of the scene, like, a few establishing cuts to show you where the combatants are in relationship.
And they always have, like, a lot of full body shots.
You always see legs. Every fight. The only time that you shouldn't see the whole body is when it's the punch, You show... The most impact... This is the quickest way to have a really high impact attack. Have a panned out shot of two characters, standing fairly distant from each other. Have one character run up to the other one. Have the camera zoom in while they're running closer. And then have the camera follow their fist back and then cut forward into their punch. Look at the opening scene of Kill La Kill when the kid puts on his fucking suit, his 3-star suit, or was it a 1-star? His 1-star suit, and then he like beefs up, and then there's a wide shot of Gamagori trying to whip him and him dodging all the whips, and then it cuts to a close up of his fist, pulls back. Next shot goes through, bam, hits his chest, no effect. Then, fucking harmony shot. A harmony is where it's like the hand-drawn pastel shot, you know? So I guess you found this place. You said you hadn't been here before.
I did it in my other game.
In my other pants
check
pocket.
It out. Yeah. So we are now at the Old Hunter's Workshop.
Yes.
So now I can explain a little bit of what happened. So the theory of what happened here is that the old man Gehrman was the first hunter, and he did something that's been covered up in the Hunter's Dream, which is the DLC, that was like unspeakable. And after he did that unspeakable act, Maria, the boss, was actually like her apprentice, or the way it's theorized that he was in love with her. And so she kills herself. And you find, basically, we think that this grave over here that's outside the workshop is her grave, because the doll, who is modeled after Maria, because it looks exactly like her, and after you kill Maria, she gives you dialogue of, like, she's feeling relieved. And so, basically, Gehrman creates this doll in Maria's image after she dies. Her grave is right there. And then, he uses one of the umbilical cords to summon one of the Great Ones and create this dream in which he resides in now, guiding hunters through like their path of hunting. That's the lore of this place that I can explain now that we have all the pieces of the puzzle.
Next time on Digi Bros.
Hopefully I was right with all that. There's lots of theories.
We'll go to the shadow over Innsmouth.